All right, y'all, so as you see from the title of the video, we're gonna make some shrimp Alfredo. So I make shrimp Alfredo so many different ways. I'm just gonna make this one like more of a Olive Garden type feel, if that makes sense. So not as Cajun-y like I normally make it, but I have my water already boiling. I'm gonna add in some linguine pasta. Have my shrimp thawing out right here. Gonna add in some broccoli. And then for my seasonings, I'm going to use Old Bay, onion powder, a garlic and herb blend, and an Italian seasoning as well. Or if you have like Miss Dash seasoning, you can also use that. You're going to go in with some garlic salt. And then I like spice. I like my food spicy, so I'm going to add in some cayenne pepper. So of course, just use this as you please. And then we're going to make us a homemade Alfredo sauce using some heavy whipping cream with some Italian cheese and some Parmesan cheese. But of course, use whatever cheese you have. But let's get started. And I can't forget my lemon too. I like I like that freshness that the lemon gives. I have my lemon as well. So let's go ahead and add in our pasta. So I already used like half of it when I made it previously, when I made like a dish previously. So I'm just using the other half. But I'm going to break it in half. And to my water, I added some salt. Ooh, I'm making a mess. But let's let that ride out. And I'm going to go ahead and add some olive oil. Okay. Go ahead and kind of mix that up a little bit. All right, so our shrimp is nice and out now. So now I'm going to go ahead and drain it, pat it dry, and then we're going to go in with our seasonings. All right, y'all, so now that our shrimp is all nice and thawed out, and I went ahead and patted it dry, let's go in with our seasonings. So we have our Old Bay. Let's go in with our Old Bay. Okay, got our Old Bay. Going with our onion powder. My cayenne pepper, which I went ahead and just put in the cap already. And again, I like my food spicy, so if you don't like it spicy, don't add it. Or if you don't like it that spicy, but you kind of like a little hint of spice, just add a little bit. And I got my garlic and herb seasoning. And now let's go in with our Italian seasoning. And next and lastly, our garlic salt. Now remember, you can always add more, so don't add too much. All right, let's get it all mixed up. Okay. You like hot?
No, I don't like hot.
Oh, you don't want hot. Okay. Okay. So it's all mixed up. Now let's get it all seared up and cooked. All right, y'all. Now let's go ahead and chop up our broccoli. And I'm thinking I actually may blend it and add it with my sauce. But we'll see. Sometimes I'll just chop it up and then add it to the actual sauce. But I think I want to blend it up this time and add it into the sauce. So for now, I'm just going to go ahead and chop it. But we'll see what we do in the end.
So y'all, end up changing my mind. I'm just going to end up adding the broccoli like it is inside of the sauce. Because I was going to just like process it in like that food processor and then add it in the sauce, because my kids can be picky when it comes to vegetables. And comment below if y'all have some tips for picky eaters.
All right, y'all, got my skillet getting hot for my shrimp. And I'm going to go ahead and add some olive oil. Now, if you had like some garlic butter, you may want to add that. I'm actually out of butter, but I would normally sometimes add butter. But olive oil works just as fine. So I'm going to add my olive oil, then add in my shrimp and get it like kind of seared on both sides. Then we're going to take out the shrimp, and then we're going to make our sauce from the pieces that are still stuck in the bottom from the shrimp. And then our noodles are all nice and done. So let's wait for our pot to get hot, and then we're going to cook our shrimp. All right, our pan is nice and hot. Let's go in with some olive oil. And then we're going to add our shrimp. Alright, so as they start to get a little pink, I'm going to go ahead and flip them. Because we want them just about done, because when we add in our sauce, which is going to be hot, it's going to still cook the shrimp. So we want to get them just about done. And y'all don't have to add them in one by one like I did. I just like to make sure they all are evenly seared on both sides. But you could just dump it all in at once if you want, and just kind of keep mixing it. But yeah, now I'm just going to flip them all, because they're all just about done. Then I'll probably cook it for like another minute. Take them out. And then I'm going to add in my my broccoli. Now, depending on how you like your broccoli, like if you like it with like a lot of crunch to it, you can actually just add it in when we make the sauce. But I don't want mine too crunchy, so I'm just going to go ahead and kind of saute it a little bit and then take it out. Alright, so it looks like they're all just about flipped. Now let's just let that ride out. It smells so good, y'all.
It don't feel so good.
Alright. Just about done. So now I'm going to go ahead and try to take them out. Because remember, again, it's going to still cook once we add it to our sauce. And I don't want it, you don't want it like rubbery. So let's go ahead and try to take them out. Just going to add it into this bowl. And I actually have literally three or four more shrimp. But I'm just going to add that in with my broccoli. Now, if you didn't want to make shrimp Alfredo, you could just eat the shrimp like this. Sometimes when I'm looking for a quick and simple meal, I'll just throw in some shrimp and saute it like this. Alright, so now, like I said, I have 6 shrimp left. I'm going to go ahead and just add those in. Actually, I'm just going to cook those separate, and then I'll do my broccoli. Alright, so my last little bit of shrimp, it's done. Now I'm going to go ahead and take it out. Well, it's just about done. Remember, it's going to finish cooking when we cook the rest of our sauce. So I'll take those out. And now let's add in our broccoli. So yeah, like I said, I just didn't want to. I thought about blending it up and just incorporating it into the sauce, which is something you can do, especially if you have those picky eaters. But I was like, I don't feel like cleaning another dish. So now I'm just gonna kind of let this ride out in the a little bit of olive oil that I still have left. But again, if you like your broccoli more on the crunchier side, you can just add it in with the sauce, since it is gonna still cook once we add it into our sauce. So let's just let that saute for a little bit. I say probably like 2 to 3 minutes. Just kind of stirring it every minute. All right, y'all. It's probably been more than like about 2 minutes. I don't really have much olive oil left at the bottom, so you could always add in butter, but like I said, I'm out of butter. So I'm just gonna go ahead and take it out. Now, let's start on our sauce. I'm gonna go in with our heavy whipping cream. I probably use like out of the whole bottle. Hold on. Out of the whole bottle, I probably have about this much left. Now I just want to make a lot of sauce, so that's why. But of course, if you don't like yours that saucy, you may want to use like half of it. But I probably have like this much left out of the whole bottle. So now we're gonna go in with our same seasonings that we used for our shrimp. So our garlic salt, our garlic herb, Italian, our Old Bay, and then our onion. And I'm not going to add any cayenne, but you can, of course, if you like yours spicy. I'm not going to put any in there. And then we're going to just give it a good whisk, and then let it come to a boil. And as it comes to a boil, we're just going to keep whisking it until it gets thickened. The sauce gets thickened. And then we're going to add in our cheese. But until then, let's just let it boil. All right, our sauce is starting to come to a boil. So now I'm going to go in with some cheese. Of course, if you don't want to add cheese, you don't have to. I like the creaminess of the cheese. But I'm going to go in. I only have just a little bit of this Italian cheese left. So I'm just going to go ahead and actually just add the rest of it. And then just whisk it up. And it's going to whisk it up. And I'm going to add just a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Okay. All right, let's give that a good whisk. And let it get thickened. All right, I'm going to go ahead and add in the broccoli. I ended up just adding it on top of the pasta. Got a little bit of pasta in there, but that's all good. Okay, so now we just wait for our sauce to get thickened. Then once it gets a little thickened, I'm just going to add in the shrimp and the noodles. So let's just let that ride out. All right, y'all, so our sauce, as you can see, is nice and thick. Let me actually turn it down a little bit because I can see it's starting to probably boil over. So I'm just going to turn it on low. Now I'm going to go ahead and add in our shrimp. I probably should have put it in a bigger pan, but we're going to make it work. No, I think I am. No, I think what I'm going to do is just add it into the pot right here with the noodles. Because this is mighty full. but I am just gonna let it sit in here for a little bit, so that way the shrimp can get fully cooked. This looks so good, y'all, and this smells so good. But yeah, if you had a bigger pan, that would be ideal, because then you can just add in the pasta. But because I don't, or I didn't use a bigger pan, I'm just gonna add this mixture into the noodles. So I actually changed my mind. I was gonna add the noodles in here, or add the mixture inside of the noodles, but I thought to myself, wait, that way if someone doesn't want a lot of sauce, they can just scoop the amount of sauce they want. So I'm not gonna separate it. I mean, I'm not gonna add it all together. So just do what works best for you. But now I am gonna go in with some lemon. This is like half a lemon. I think I'm gonna go in with the whole lemon though. Okay. Now let's get that all mixed up. Now, like I said, y'all, I should have used a bigger pan. So I'm just slowly trying to mix it all together. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and plate. I make the plates or bowls for my kids. Now I started adding some sauce, so that's why the noodles already kind of look a little wet. But I'm gonna go ahead and add in the noodles. Okay. Add in our sauce. Now my other daughter, she doesn't really like shrimp, so I'm just gonna add just the sauce and the broccoli. And then I'm gonna top it with some cheese. All right, y'all. Ooh, it's about to be good. So this is mine. I went ahead and added like some parsley, you know, to make it look a little fancy. But y'all, this is about to be delicious. And then here goes the kids. So yeah, I definitely hope you all found this video helpful. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.